Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Hey everyone, checking in on natural gas. So we have a clear key resistance to get over in order for the bulls to see any kind of follow through to the upside. And although we did break it today, we did not see a close over this resistance level. So let's get rid of this line here. But we've got resistance up at 3269, and we did get up to 3270, but 1/10 of a penny is a double top as far as I'm concerned, and we rejected from that level. So we are trying to see an oversold bounce play out after a dump on the hourly time frame, lower highs and lower lows, still continuing lower highs and lower lows, the bulls defending around the 317 range, and then started to shift this pattern, but hit that resistance and then started to pull back. This is normal, healthy consolidation after that rejection at this point. So the bulls early next week or Sunday night are going to have to consolidate, turn right back around, and show back up and head to higher highs by breaking over this double top of resistance. So checking in on the daily time frame to see what it looks like on a bit of a more macro scale, we are right on the verge of breaking key support, but we are still holding it. So I'm looking at the higher low pattern here is 312.5, 314, and now 316.1, and we're seeing follow through after that higher low, and the bulls need to keep this up because if we break that higher low pattern, we're going to be looking down at really down here at 3 psychological. 3014 was this level, and if we break that higher low, that's where we're headed. So bulls doing a good job ending the week on a solid note, and the energy sector certainly helping the market bounce, both oil and natural gas here on Friday today. And looking on the weekly time frame for a more broader perspective of things, we did get a nice bullish higher high. We established support, and we're still maintaining it. So we are likely to see some sideways consolidation after that big volatility, and we already have an inside bar this week. So next week, we're going to be watching the range of this week, and we'll see if we can get a break. And if not, we will likely see another inside bar unless we see a high volume, high volatility week next week. Right now, the bulls have some momentum because they're defending that support time and time again, and they did break over this resistance of 3422, and we did get up to 3431. Not a very convincing break, but the volume is there, and we're trying to turn this trend around to head back to the recent highs, but the bulls still have a lot of work to do. So looking at UNG to look at it a little bit differently, there's our clear higher low pattern, so our new higher low is established at 734. Nice follow through for the bulls off of that level, but we do have work to do. We've got 760. There's a gap up here at 772, and then the high to break for continued higher lows and higher highs is 793. But again, ending the week on a fairly solid note and an inside bar on the weekly time frame after trading fairly sideways over the last 6 weeks. A little bit of a dip, bulls recovered, but need to see continuation now for these bulls, and a break of 780 would be a bull break of the inside bar on the weekly time frame. So that's what we've got on natural gas as we head into next week. Well, again, watching for the break on this hourly time frame. That's what we need to see really Sunday night before we even get to Monday morning. Break this resistance level because there's not a lot of resistance. Once we get over that at 3268, or really 3270, there's not a lot of resistance because of the dump to the downside. The bulls can very easily head back to this previous support now resistance up at 334. So that could be an easy 6-cent move to the upside if we get some bull momentum over that resistance to start next week. Thanks again. Have a great weekend.